Hello dear students, welcome to this session. And in this session, we're going to talk about second conditional, and this is the topic for 9th grade. I'm Maryamata. So first of all, we're going to talk how to form the second conditional, and then we are going to talk about the uses. So the second conditional uses the past simple after if. In the if clause, after if, we always have simple past, okay? Then would and infinitive. We use would plus infinitive. This is the structure. If, then the past in the if clause. This is the if clause. This part is the if clause, okay? And this is the main clause, okay? So with the if, we use the past simple. And after that, in the second clause, we use subject plus like would and then the infinitive. We can like invert the places. If the if clause comes first, if we have this clause first, the if clause first, a comma is usually used. We have to use what? Comma. But if the if clause comes second, if we are using the if clause second, then there is no need for comma. Look at the example. I would buy a big house if I had $1 million. Okay. Now we have used you have used the if clause second, so there is no need for comma. This is the if clause and this is the main clause. Now, if I had $1 million, I would buy a big house. Now, there is a need for comma because the if clauses come first, okay? So you have to know this, that we always use past simple in the second conditional after if, and then would and infinitive. This is the structure. We always have if clause and main clause in second conditional. In the if clause, we'll have if plus subject plus simple past verb, or the past, the second form of the verb. Okay? And in the main clause, what we have? In the main clause, we have subject plus would and plus verb. Okay? Again, you have to remember that we always have two clauses, the if clause and the main clause. In the if clause, we have if, then subject, then the past simple, like the past form of the verb. And in the main clause, we have subject plus would plus verb, the base form. Now we have to talk how to use second conditional. When do we use second conditional? The second conditional is used to talk about things which are unreal. Unreal means what? Not true or not possible. When something is not possible or not true, we use what? We use second conditional. In the present or future. If in the present or future something is not possible or not true, we use what? Second conditional. Which things? Things which don't or won't happen. Things which won't or don't happen. Look at the examples. If I were you, I would drive more carefully in the rain. Now here, what is impossible? I were you. I cannot be you. So this is impossible. It's unreal. Okay? The next example, if dogs had wings, they would be able to fly. Now look, dogs will never have wings, and this is unreal and impossible. So we use what? Second conditional. If I lived in a big city, I would go out more often. Now this is what? This is unreal because I'm not living in a big city, and I won't live in a big city because I'm not financially able to live in a big city. So this is unreal or impossible in the future or in the present for me to live in a big city. So we have used what? We have used what? We have used second conditional. To be verbs in second conditional. So as we said that we use the past simple in the second conditional. But when we use the verb to be and the second conditional, the past form is always were and not was for the subject I, he, she, and it. So you know that in the simple past, when we use to be verbs in the past, for the singular subjects we use what? Was. And for the plural subject we use what? Were. But here it's different. We always use were. With singular or plural subjects, we always use what? We always use were. Look at the examples. If I were rich, I'd spend all my time traveling. Now, here, normally in the past tense, we use was with I was rich, or I was fine, or I was busy. So, but here it's different. We use were with the subject I. If I were rich, I'd spend all my time traveling. Now, the next example, if he were my boss, I'd look for another job. Okay? Now, look, he is a singular subject and we use the to be verb were. This is an exception. We do not use was with the singular subject in second conditional. Look at the example, the other example. If it weren't so cold, we could go for a walk. Okay? Now, with it, and normally we use what? We use was. But here in second conditional, we use were. That was all about second conditional. Thank you.